Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Manhood Mondays. This is episode number 22. My name is Brother Warren, coming to you from the land of peace, which stands for please educate all children equally. This day, on June the 2nd, we're going to kick it off by celebrating the start of June. June has many, many themes. We have a shout out, first and foremost, to Juneteenth coming up in a couple of weeks. Juneteenth. We have Men's Health Month, Health Awareness Month. We also have the celebration of Pride Month for those that are celebrating Pride Month. But for me, it's very, very important to celebrate Black Music Month, where we look at music throughout the African diaspora, all forms of music, jazz, R&B, soul. But for me, my favorite music is always hip hop. And growing up in a house, gospel music as well. But growing up in a house with all different types of music, hip hop was what spoke to me at the time when I was coming up as a youth and as a young person, growing here in this land. So one thing I often say about music, it's good to be entertained, but should also get something from the music. Having been exposed to people like the Last Poets and Gil Scott-Heron and things of that nature. Also, let me go back and shout out to all the graduations taking place this month. In fact, our daughter Maya is graduating this coming Thursday. Looking forward to that great event as she heads off to college in a few weeks after that. So shout out to all of you that are experiencing that, whether it be you, the child, or even the parents. But going back to my main topic, messages in the music. So I have to shout this out first and foremost. There comes a time in life when you can be entertained by music, but you should also receive messages in the music. For me, it was back in 1990 when I first heard this album, Edutainment by Boogie Down Productions, and the chief artist being KRS-One. Changed my life from working in corporate industry, hotel restaurant management to be specifically. And I said, you know what? I'm going to become a teacher. And that's what I did. So the next year, in 1991, graduate school and being a substitute teacher, and then ascending, beyond that into all the things that I've done after that. It spoke to me and told me this is what I need to do. I need to entertain, but educate. And that's the way my classrooms were built. And that spoke to me in my spirit. And it has driven me throughout my entire career. So I say all that to say, young people, if you're out there listening to the drill music and all those different kinds of things, have balance. In fact, personally, I don't think you listen to it. I'll just say that. But I can't stop that. But, you should always have something that feeds your soul, and feeds your spirit positively, not negatively. I get it. There's even stuff in the movies you can go see, that are negative, and things, books you can read that are negative for entertainment purposes. But definitely have something to give you a message of positivity to help you in your life through the music. And then in this particular case, it also inspired me to want to help others. So definitely shouting out to all the themes taking place this month. We'll come back again next week with another theme regarding this month. Go more into detail with that. But for me today, messages in the music. So as we celebrate Black Music Month, find someone, past or present, to pour into you positively and give you that spiritual food to feed your soul. Again, my name is Brother Warren, coming to you from the land of peace, which stands for please educate all children equally. I love you all. Till the next time.